This is a video series that I'm making to hopefully chronicle my events, having a very epic game at FTL. I just sent an email to the creators of the game and posted a little bit of a blog on my website about how much I've come to enjoy this game. It is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, and if there was an FTL t-shirt, I would buy it and I would be wearing it. I need to look that up and see if there is one. But anyway, very early this morning, I taped the last few moments of a game that I had of FTL. I was playing on the normal difficulty with the second variant of the Mantis ship, and I scored 8,120 points in a victory. And from what I can tell of all the information that I've found, I've been spending the lion's share of today looking on the internet to see what the highest score posted ever was. And I saw one score of 7,900, and I'm assuming that was the record score. Now, a lot of people on the internet are talking about modifications and different programs that change FTL to make it easier or to change the game. I have no modifications on this computer, and I'm hoping that if I tape the entire gaming experience of a game of FTL and break my score of 8,120, it'll be kind of proof that I've done so using only strategy, clever thinking, and outside the box tactics to try to rack up a lot of points. I don't know how many tries it's going to take me to get this done. Things kind of gotta have to fall in line to have a good game of FTL. And what my plan is I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape each sector of the game separately and then link the video together, because I'm guessing that in the end a 10,000 point game might take well over 4 or 5 hours to complete. You really have to go looking for fights with the rebels to get that many points, and you gotta kind of take the fight to them. FTL basically is a game where you're running from this rebel fleet that's trying to kill you, but if you really want a high score, you have to go backwards and basically destroy every ship you can get your hands on in the rebel fleet. So hopefully I'll be able to do that, and hopefully I'll be able to chronicle those events, and I'm hoping that someday I can show my son that yes, indeed, I was the best in the world at FTL. But more importantly than that, I made the world a better place with that fact. I've had the most success in FTL using the Mantis race's spaceships. I've used the Type A quite a bit, but I've really fallen in love with the Type B Mantis ship. And that's what I'm going to try playing again this time for another, hopefully, epic game. I've named this ship the Paladin 3, and once again, I have my crew members' strength and honor. Last time, honor didn't make it, so I'm hoping that this time I can get a little bit of glory in the Paladin 3, and strength and honor will both survive alive and intact. I'm going on the normal difficulty, and there's nothing left to do but hit start. Now, I'm not going to lie. Chances are good that I might restart this game a dozen or more times. Like, having a very good first sector is really important to having a good overall game of FTL if you're really trying to rack up a lot of points. If you are spending a lot of your money on repairs, on missiles, and on fuel and that sort of thing, and not buying things that makes your spaceship just dominate everything at its current level, well, you're not going to have probably a very epic game. So chances are good that I will restart this game maybe a dozen times before I start getting that perfect storm of a really high score game. Now, what I'm planning to do is because this camera can only tape for so long at a time, is I'm going to tape each sector of the game. There's like 8 or maybe 9 sectors depending on events that happen in the game. And what I plan to do is just kind of have the camera running here like so as the game goes on. And I know there's probably programs and such that let you see the screen with detail, and maybe I should turn the lights on off here. It's going to be very difficult to play the game and film at the same time, and that's something I need to work on. I know that there are ways that you can tape what's going on your computer screen, but what's more important, I'm not doing this, to get 1 million hits on YouTube. I want my son to see my face someday, and FTL stands for Father Teaches a Lesson Today. And, I'm guessing that my youngster is going to want to do great things, and I want to make sure that he does things that make the world a better place, not just, heaping glory upon himself. So, alright, Sector 1, I guess it's time to start. Alright, sometimes I look for a game where something really, really good happens right at the beginning of the game. One of the most important pieces to my ship's perfect puzzle is the hull repair drone. Now this is the first move in the game, and I got a $100 drone just for showing up, and 10 scrap to boot. Like, here's where I started, here in Sector 1. I went up here, and look at that, I got a $100 drone just for showing up. A lot of times luck has more than anything to do with skill in FTL, and having a good first turn, a good first couple turns can make the difference in a great game or a total failure. Now, one of the things that I have to do is I need to make sure to get my teleporter upgraded to level 2 as quick as possible. See this ship here? Like, as good as finding that drone was, finding this unmanned drone by the sun is about as bad as it gets, because there's nothing I can do to this guy. I have no weapons on my ship. I could maybe waste 5 boarding drones on this guy and try to kill him, but that would just be a waste of my resources. So I just have to take my punishment here, and hopefully my FTL drive fills up. Alright, we'll vent our shields. And there goes the engines. My whole ship's on fire. And just like that, like, there is nothing I did wrong in this game. I mean, in fact, I thought this was going to maybe be a complete great game. Getting a hull repair droid on the first turn is really awesome. But landing next to a sun with an unmanned drone ship with an ion cannon and a burst 2 laser, that's about as bad as it gets on the first turn. So, you know what? I'm not going to break any world records today. This game, I think this is a sign telling me I need to go upstairs and spend a little bit more time with my love of my life. I played this game quite a bit into the early hours this morning, and it's not going anywhere. So, and instead of breaking a world record today, my little mantis men are going to get cooked inside of the Paladin 3. But hey, they got a hull repair drone, so. Are we out of oxygen? Yeah, we're out of oxygen. And just like that, my game is over.